Alright guys, so today work order kitchen cabinet drawers and doors. I haven't done this before. I've seen a couple of videos on it, so I thought I'd do it. So owners want me to sand and paint these kitchen cabinet doors, so I've already started. I used my sand electric orbital saw and 60 grit sandpaper just to rough up the adhesive, the laminate, so the primer has got something to stick to. So I will wipe this down shortly and see these little grooves here, so the actual primer can actually sit into the crevices and have something to stick onto instead of a shiny surface. It'll just slide right off. So owners don't want me to patch any previous damage, water damage. So with this, water gets into these, I think it's chipboard, and they just swell. So I would usually use builder's bog and tidy it up, but they don't want the extra charge. So all I'm going to do is prime and paint, which they've provided the paint. I'm glad they have, because it's Dulux, and Dulux is a good brand. It's a premier brand. So this is the kitchen cabinets that I'll be painting as well. They've already done this drawers. It's come up pretty good actually. I'm pretty impressed. So I'll be painting the inside of all these cabinets with some primer. So I will be using Dulux First Prep primer, sealer and undercoat. That's what I'll be using inside the cabinets. And then I'll probably suggest getting a enamel paint, probably a Dulux enamel paint, something like this. But this is, I believe this is for the wall. I don't know why they used enamel for a wall, but I think it's for a wall. But I'm just gonna have a chat to the owners and see how far they want to go with this. I do know they want to go on the cheaper side. This is the primer for the doors. So it's a two-part mix. You have to add this to that and give it a stir. So basically follow the instructions, not that difficult. Yeah, and hopefully we end up with something like this at the end of it. So watch this space. Sugar soap, wipes. Now you want to clean all the surface, make sure it's nice and clean. Get rid of all the grime and grease and dust particles. So we don't get any dust. Give it a good wipe out here and then take it inside, so we don't get any dust particles. It's a bit windy today, a little bit of a gust. So they do say on the instructions to make sure you wipe down the surface at least 2 times. So this is number 1. You don't want to see me do this whole time, so I might cut it short and bring you back when it's time to start priming. So I'm going to do this 2 times, 2 wipes. Alright guys, I'm back inside. I've had to sand these framing, edging. It's laminate, so instructions say you need a rough surface again. So that's what I've done. I've cleaned it twice with the Sally's sugar soap wipes, and then damp cloth to clean it all up. You've got to do that 2 times. Now, don't be that dodgy tradesman that doesn't take off the hardware and you get paint all over the hardware. Do it properly, don't be lazy. Remove the hardware, okay? That's what I'm doing now. I'm going around. Then I guess I'll have to mask it off and get ready for paint. I'll definitely use my spray gun on this one. It'll be a much quicker and better finish. Alright guys, so boring stuff. I've started to put some tarp down. So what I do is put masking tape down first, or painter's tape down first, and then I layer it up with a sheet. It can be plastic sheet. I just have this as my painting sheet, and then I tape the painting sheet to the masking tape, painter's tape, and that's what I'll be doing all the way around the carpet. I've done it up here as well, and I'll be using the plastic protective sheet to cover the bench top. So pretty boring stuff. I'll have to cover that cabinetry as well, and that's where I'm at. So I might try and mask some of that up as well, the piping, drain pipe. So pretty boring stuff, but necessary. They always say, I don't know how many videos I've watched on how to paint, but it's all down to prep. The spray gun, super quick, can be done in probably, in this area, probably 3 minutes. It's all down to prep work. As you can see, it's time consuming, but necessary. Righto, so now I've tarped up this whole area, ready to go. It's taken me probably an hour and a half. Alright, so I'm going to get the primer ready. This is the renovation range. It's a 2-part mix, so you're going to add the additive to the primer and give it a good 5-minute stir according to the instructions. Just follow the instructions. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so it's quite a watery substance. I'm going to give this a stir, and then you'll see me next priming the doors. Righto, it's been 5 minutes. I've poured it, the contents that I think I need for the job required, into my paint tray. So the roller you're supposed to use, unfortunately I whipped straight through the middle of it. Gloss and satin for doors and cupboards and floors. And that size is 5mm, enamel paint and polyurethane. So that's what we're using. So we're going to go do this now and see where it gets us. So because of these brittle bits at the end, I don't think I'm going to, well, I'm going to have to try and use the adhesive on there anyway, because it needs to be sealed. So there's going to be contaminated products. Hopefully it stays together, but I'm highly doubtful. It's quite smooth. Alright, so I'm going to do this for the next 6 doors, and I will bring you back. to where I'm at. Alright guys, I've come back the next day. I just got caught up with other jobs. So I've flipped all of these other ones around already. This is the end product. It's smooth, shiny. It's a little bit sticky, but she's going to work fine. So I'm just going to start painting the rest of these ones. So what I said earlier about taking longer strokes with the roller, so I start in the middle and then work out, and then you want straight long strokes with the roller, so you get a good smooth finish and you don't get those stop marks in the middle. So I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'll do the same with the exterior part of this kitchen bench top. I should have told you this is the product I'm using, Dulux. Dulux always seems to be the premium brand. It's a quality product. I'm using my Wagner, I think it was 130, I can't remember what it's called, but she does the job quite well. For I thought about using my hand spray gun with the container, but I think it'd be too hard to get into all the tight crevices, tight cabinets, so I thought I'd just get the extension on this and see how we go. Now, when you spray, you always got to look out for drip marks. So I've put too much product on that one, so that's why you have a roller, just in case. Yeah. Where's my roller? Here it is. So this is just the undercoat. I will let that dry, get rid of all the drip marks, and I'll come back. Alright guys, so I've at the parts where they want me to use this renovation Dulux range for the doors. So it's interior gloss. This is made for doors. So paint tray and give it a roll and see how we go. I'm gonna say it's gonna be very smooth finish, I would think. See where it gets us. Alright, so I'm going to do this to the rest of the doors and to the exterior side of this bench top, and I'll bring you back and show you the results. Righto, so while I've been waiting for the literally paint to dry, I've already given this 2 coats of the enamel paint, Dulux, and I decided to put the hardware on. So started putting all the hinges and the latches back on. So next step is pretty much unmasking, and then I guess we'll see where we're at. Oh, I'll put the doors back on and then we're done. Regarding the product, I don't like, it's a pretty good product. Like, it really is. It dries well. It seems hardy when it's dried. We'll see how well it holds up over the time. I'm sure I'll be back at this unit again at some point. Although they didn't want me to do any patchwork on it, I mean, getting it painted, primed and painted, it will give it a lot more longevity, because it's basically sealed and it won't warp. So we'll see how it holds up in time. So the next video is going to be basically when I'm done and putting everything, once everything's back on. Well, there you have it, guys. I guess painting over laminate, it does work. We'll see how it withstands the durability of people actually using it and bumping into it, scratching it. And would I do this sort of job again? Probably not. It is quite taxing, time consuming. I guess the finish is alright. Would I personally do it or recommend it? It just depends on your budget. Really down to how much you got, how much coin you got to spend. I guess I figured the paint was about close to $300 in total. So I don't know. It's down to how much you want to spend. Anyways, thought I might post this and get feedback on it and what your experiences were on this. If you've done it, let me know. If you've taken anything away from it, give us a thumbs up. All right, cheers guys. Thanks. Bye.